Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Gonna do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2006 Kioti CK25 that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions. I'll get up close to everything. I'll show you everything that I see, tell you everything that I know. Then of course we'll fire it up, kind of run it through its paces, show you the loader pins up front are tight, show you that the hydraulics are strong, show you the 3-point and the PTO, let you hear the engine. As always, if you are in the market for a used tractor, a used piece of ag equipment, or a used piece of construction equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. My apologies in advance if the audio's off. It's a little windy out here and I'm going to be moving a lot slower. I don't know how well you can see it, but our lot is a solid sheet of ice right now, so this video might be a little slower and audio might be a little off. Like I said, this one's an 06 CK25, 770 hours, OROPS, 4-wheel drive. It's got the KL130 front loader, 8-speed gear drive with a mechanical shuttle, R4 tires, 25 horsepower. You'll see here in a minute, those pins are fairly tight up here. Hydraulics are strong. Kind of looking at the paint, as you'll see here, it has a little bit of a fade to it, but it's not terrible. A few little nicks and stuff here and there in the paint, a couple little chips, little small spot right there, but pretty straight. That decal there's a little fade, as you can see, but of course, like I said, it's an 06, it's not a new machine. Looking at the front tire on this side, I'm gonna say we are at 35–40% tread depth. There is some weather checking starting. I don't know how well you guys can see it there, but there's definitely some weather checking. Holding air good. There is some life left in these tires, but they are they're starting to show their age a little bit. Front rim on this side, as you can see there, pretty decent. No big nicks or dings around the edge of the rim or anything like that, and the paint's fairly bright. Coming back here, looking at the fender on this side. Actually, the fender is pretty bright here on this side, as you can see. A couple little nicks in the paint here and there, and pretty reflective, really. Like I said, it's really not bad, especially for an 06. Still fairly bright, but there's a little bit of a fade to it. But no big dents or dings here on this side on the fender. And underneath there, everything looks really good on the underneath side of the fender on this one. And then looking at the rear tire on this side, I'm gonna say we're at least 50, maybe 60% tread life. I think I'm being very fair there. Same thing, a little bit of weather checking starting here, so I'm gonna turn this way and try to shield the wind. A little bit of weather checking starting there, not awful, but, and then as I step back, the rear rim on this side is actually a little more faded than that front rim was, and there's a little bit of paint peeling and freckling in the back there, speckles. Coming around to the back, does have the expandable 3-point arms, 540 PTO. Everything back here looks pretty normal. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Inside of that fender looks good. Inside of that fender looks good. Take a look at this. The rear tire on this side matches up really well to the other side. Definitely tread life left here. Again, just a little bit of weather checking starting on this rear tire, but definitely life left there. And then taking a look at this rim, as you can see, it's kind of faded in some spots. Matches up to that other rear rim, but no huge nicks or dings in the edge of the rim or anything like that. Underneath this fender, again, everything looks pretty darn good in there. No excessive rust or anything, just a little bit of surface rust here and there where paint's chipped off. Looking at the fender on this side, again, fairly bright. A couple little nicks here and there in the paint. One right there, nothing out of the ordinary there. Steps pretty good on that side. Front tire on this side matches up pretty well to the other side. A little bit of weather checking. Front rim looks pretty good. The front rims are actually pretty darn nice. That paint's a little brighter on the front rims for whatever reason. Little tiny nick in the paint right there, nothing out of the ordinary. Looking at the loader arm on this side, part of that decal's missing, but a couple little chips and stuff in the paint there, spot there where it's starting to flake off a little bit, but nice and straight. I don't see anything that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated anywhere. And looking at the front bucket, as you can see there, the cutting edge is decent. I don't see any major dents or dings. Looks like a fairly straight bucket. Up there's good. Front nose, we'll pop the hood here in a minute. A couple little chips in the paint here and there. Nothing out of the ordinary. A little bit of a chip right there, a couple little scratches here and there, but pretty decent for a 19-year-old tractor. Pop the hood here and take a look under the engine. Everything looks good up here. I don't know how well you guys can see in there, but the radiator fins all look good. Top here, on top of the engine, everything looks nice and dry. Underneath side of that hood looks good. Let's see what we can see over here from the side. Kind of hard to get this camera in here too far, but pretty good there. Kind of that shield's in the way, but I don't know how well you guys can see in there, but side of the block looks pretty dry. Not seeing anything out of the ordinary in there. Looks pretty clean. Let's take a look on the other side. Nowhere, I can't get this camera in there any closer really to show you. There we go. You can kind of see in there, nice and dry on the side of the block. I don't see any oil or diesel running down anywhere. Same thing here. Looks good and dry. Take a look at the operator station. The step on this side is nice and straight. Does have a little paint starting to wear off just where your foot rubs when you get on and off. Floor mat looks pretty good. Little bit of a nick out of it right there. A little bit of dirt from us climbing on and off of it and everything. Gear shift lever. Ford reverser. The seat got a couple pieces of black duct tape on it. My guess is you can kind of see there's a little crease right there. I'm sure there's little cuts and tears underneath there. Backrest looks good. PTO lever, range selector, floater controls, everything looks good there. Brake pedal, throttle pedal, everything looks good down there. Turn the key on. I don't know how well you guys can see it there, but 770 hours. A little bit of a fade to that gray there. Nothing I wouldn't expect for an 06 machine. All right, like I said, it's a 2006 Kioti CK25, 770 hours. Plenty of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll get that hood shut. We'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.